Thursday. It is such beautiful weather here. Feels like spring. Uh, so, anyway, I'm glad you're here. Hope you're having a great day. Today, we're going to talk about having happiness and bringing happiness, making that your priority. And I'm going to read a piece out of Getting into the Vortex. This is about, when you have contrast and how to stay out of that, how to always look for what's good, what's going on that's good, and focusing on that rather than the contrast that's in front of you. Good morning, Jan. So I'll start reading and then we'll do some fun freedom release method to help us release any resistance to knowing that we are in charge of our own happiness. We are the ones that do the work for ourselves, and everyone else does their own work. We can't do it for anyone else, and just the way it is. So I will read this piece. If you have the book, I'm on page 120. So when others lash out at you in anger with words or action, their battle is not with you, but with themselves. And if you do not take their behavior personally, understanding it is that it is their personal battle, in time they'll leave you out of it. So with that, you ever notice that, people that complain, or they're always hating on things, or they always have conflicts, they're bringing it on themselves, right? And sometimes they lash out at others because they're not happy. And so don't take that personal when that happens to you, because they maybe don't know how to deal with their stress or their problems, so they lash out at others. So don't take that personal and try to look at the good in them when that happens to you. Okay. It always feels better to observe another person who is feeling good. And when his or her happiness is associated with your behavior, it can feel especially good to you. You are an uplifter, and it feels good to be part of uplifting another. But if you encourage others to believe that their happiness is dependent upon your behavior, you are doing a very big disservice to them and to yourself. You will eventually grow weary of attempting the impossible task of keeping others happy. For as their demands on you increase, you will lose your important sense of being free. So that one's really important. We love to give to others and serve others and do things for others, but we can't do that at the expense of our own happiness. And we have to realize that it's not our job to make someone else happy. They have to find that for themselves. We can appreciate them and love them and boost them up and feel, tell them what's good about them and do things that are focusing on their good traits instead of what is not making them happy. So, but we're not doing it for them. We're not trying to make them happy. We're not doing things that we maybe don't want to do just because it might make someone else happy. So remember that and take that personal. Don't take anything personal when someone doesn't agree with you, or if they want you to fix them and it's not your job. Okay, if that makes sense. So, and often, since you are the one present in their lives trying to help, when they do not feel better, they blame you. And another thing too, when you feel overwhelmed and just drained, that's because you've been doing this for others, trying to make them happy and trying to do things to make them happy, and it's depleting yourself. So we have to take care of ourselves. We have to replenish ourselves and do some self-love so that we can help others in a way that is really helpful for them, and not focusing on trying to make it happen for them. If that, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, Donna, page 120 in um, getting into the vortex. 121 I'm on now. Okay, everyone holds a mix of opinions, beliefs, and expectations on a myriad of subjects. When you give your attention to something, that vibration becomes activated and comes to the forefront, so to speak. And the more often you focus upon it and cause it to come to the forefront, the more dominant it becomes. So, simple law of attraction, like attracts like. What you are focusing on, you're creating more of. So, why not focus on the good, right? Okay, you have the option of making a good feeling aspect of another person dominant in your vibration, or of making a bad feeling aspect dominant in your vibration. And whatever aspect you regularly choose will become the vibrational basis of your relationship. So, say your spouse or your significant other or whatever, if you're always focusing on what irks you about them, or that they always leave their socks on the floor, or that they, whatever it is that bothers you, that's what you're creating more of. Those are the things that you're activating in the vibration. But if you focus on why you love them so much, or what you love about them, then that's what's going to become prevalent in your relationship. You're gonna the other things are not going to bother you as much, because you're going to focus on so many good things about them. And you can do this with coworkers, with your kids, with your grandkids, with your spouse, with your friends, anything like that. Focus on the people in your family. Don't focus on what Don. Hey now, yeah. Sometimes he leaves his socks on the floor, but that's not what I was thinking about. Anyway, if you focus on those good things, that is gonna become prevalent in your relationship, and it's gonna really help your relationship become stronger and healthier. Okay, so when your happiness becomes your highest priority, and so you deliberately keep active the best feeling aspects of others, you will train your vibrational frequency in such a way that they will not be able to rendezvous with you in any way that does not feel good when it happens. The only way for anyone to be consistently happy is to understand that that the feeling of happiness is simply about alignment with the source who is within. When you are in your vortex of creation, you are lined up with all that you have become and with everything that you have asked for. There simply is no substitute for that alignment. So, just being aligned with what feels good to you is key. Um, and that's what it's all about, right? Being in alignment with who you really are, not being who someone thinks you should be, but being yourself, being authentic to yourself. That is the most important thing we can do. So let's do some freedom release method to help us get in alignment and release the resistance to these thoughts. Release the resistance to knowing that you are somebody special. You're amazing, and you should be that. You should be yourself, and always be who you are, not what others think you should be. So here we go. Freedom release method is just simple breathing method. If you haven't done it with me before, You breathe in, hold your breath, and then release. I'll say a statement when you're breathing in, you're holding your breath, and you just think it in your own words, in your own mind, and then just blow it out. Make an effort to blow it away. That's telling your body, your mind, your monkey mind, all of that, that you are releasing that resistance. You're letting it go. You're allowing those good thoughts that you want to keep to stay with you. Okay. And if you feel like you're going to yawn or cough or sneeze or burp or whatever bodily functions happen, that's releasing. So don't hold that back. Allow that to happen. I'll go slow enough so that you have time to do that. And then we'll do some fill-ups, and it's just done the same way, just a different way of stating it. And it's really fun. It feels good. So let's go. First, let's just start out with a deep breath. And that alone is a good mindful technique that you can do anytime you start getting stressed during your day, you start feeling overwhelmed or anxiety coming on. Just taking a couple deep breaths can really fend that off or allow that to release, allow that to just kind of settle or, dissipate. So remember that as a good mindful technique. I call it a little mind break. You're just taking a breath, allowing that stress in your body to release. So good to do when you first feeling it coming on. When you hit a red light, just take a couple deep breaths. When you're standing in line at the grocery store or wherever, take a couple deep breaths. It helps to just calm your being. So here we go. Breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that when others lash out, their battle is with themselves, not with me. Good. Breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that it feels good to observe others feeling good. Awesome. Breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that I am an uplifter. Awesome. Breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that it feels good to be part of uplifting others. And isn't that awesome? When you feel good and you can tell that when you're feeling good, others are feeling good around you, it is an awesome kind of a domino effect. Then when someone else goes about their day and they're feeling good, they're helping others to feel good. So breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to I am the only one in charge of my happiness. Good. Breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that it is not my place to make others happy. Good. Breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that happiness is an inside job. I love that one. I think I even made a T-shirt with that on it. We're in charge of our own happiness. It's inside of us, and it's inside of everyone. And everyone's job is to figure out that for themselves. Okay, breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that when I give my attention to something, it activates that vibration. So whatever you're focusing on, that's what you're activating. That's what's coming about. That's what you're creating more of. Good. Breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that an activated vibration always comes to the forefront. Good. Breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that I have the option of making a good feeling aspect of another dominant in my vibration. So, focusing on those good things about the people in your life, that's what creates more of that. And it lessens that conflict, that resistance between everybody. So, always looking for the good in others. Okay, breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing when happiness is my priority. I look for the good aspects of others or in others. Correct my grammar there. Okay, breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that I am training my vibrational frequency to rendezvous with what feels good. I love that word, rendezvous. So fun, so playful. Okay, breathe in and hold. I release any resistance with knowing that alignment is what brings happiness. That is such a powerful, true statement. When we are in alignment with who we really are and what we really want, um, that is when we're happiest. When you're doing something that you really don't want to do, or that, when you're working a job that you really don't align with, that's when you're miserable. When you are, living your life and as others think you should, but it's not really what you want to do, it doesn't feel good. And that's when you're not happy. But when you're doing the things you love, you are creating the life that you want to live. That's when you're so, so happy. That's when everything flows and everything um, magically flows into your life. Okay, breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to there is no substitute for being aligned with my source, my God, my creator. Whatever you call that for yourself, put that word in. Okay, and last one. Breathe in and hold. I release any resistance to knowing that my happiness is my highest priority. So, so good. Now, just take a drink, shake your body a little bit, let those releases just go away. And now we're going to do some fill-ups. Okay. So the fill-ups are done the same way, like I said, just a different statement. I like to, when someone's leading them, like I'm doing with you right now, I like to just close my eyes and let the words sink in. Feel those words as they become part of your being. It kind of gets you into a meditative state, and it really feels good for your mind, for your body, for your whole being. So allow yourself to just feel the words. Okay, here we go. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, knowing that when others lash out at me, their battle is within themselves, not with me. Good. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because it feels good to observe others feeling good. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, knowing that I am an uplifter. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, knowing that it feels good to be part of uplifting others just by being you. Okay, breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because I know I am the only one in charge of my happiness. Good. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, knowing that it is not my place to make others happy. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because I know happiness is an inside job. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because I know when I give my attention to something, it activates that vibration. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, knowing that an activated vibration always comes to the forefront. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because I have the option of making a good feeling aspect of another person dominant in my vibration. Good. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, knowing that when happiness is my priority, I look for the good aspects of others or in others. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, knowing that I am training my vibrational frequency to rendezvous with what feels good. Good. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because I know I am because I know alignment is what brings happiness. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation, knowing that there is no substitute for being aligned with my source, my God, my creator. Awesome. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because my happiness is my highest priority. And last one that I love to end with every week. Breathe in and hold. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation because I know there is much love here for me. Awesome. I hope this leaves you feeling a little bit better than when you came. I hope you have an amazing day today. I love you all. And remember, you can always find us on bestlifecreationsociety.com. Here on Facebook, we do multiple lives with multiple members of our Creation Society every week. You can find me at inspiredsignals.com and Inspired Signals on Facebook and Instagram. So go about, have an amazing day. Fill it with effervescent joy. Whoops, there it is. And we'll see you next week. I love you all. Bye-bye.